Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. So I thought I'd film a new what I eat in a day because that's basically all I'm doing while I'm stuck at home. So yeah, for breakfast I decided to make French toast since I had some old bread, which is the best to use for French toast. So for the batter I used 1 banana, a tablespoon of chia seeds, about half a cup of almond milk, and a dash of cinnamon. You can also put some vanilla extract, but I didn't have any at home right now. Then I blended that all up, and if you don't have a blender you can also just mix it all up in a bowl, but you need to make sure to mash the banana really well. And once it's all blended you want to transfer it into a bowl and let that rest for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, I cut up some plantain and fried it in a pan with some oil. I also heated up some frozen berries, and I know my stove looks nasty here, but I promise I cleaned it today. I also had some of these vegan marshmallows while I was making the food because I was just really hungry already. And then I transferred the plantains onto a plate with some napkins just to get some of the excess oil out. Once the batter was ready, I took the bread and dipped it into the batter and made sure that all sides were coated really well. And then I just put it in the same pan where I fried the plantains in before. Brown up a little on the sides, you want to flip it and cook it for a little longer. Once all of that was done, I just added some maple syrup on top, and that was my breakfast. After breakfast, I just did some of my stats homework because I didn't have any online classes today because it was a holiday here in California at least. And if you're taking any classes right now, let me know in the comments how you're dealing with the whole switch to online classes and everything. For lunch I had some tacos from this Mexican Mediterranean place that's right next to my house, and 2 of them were falafel tacos and 2 of them were cauliflower tacos. After lunch I took my dog to the park just to get out the house and move my body after being stuck inside the house all day. decided to make some fried rice with tofu. So usually I eat a meal in between lunch and dinner, but since I woke up late that day and had breakfast around 12, I didn't do that. So at first I'm making a sauce with peanut butter, and I just used all the rest of the peanut butter that was in my jar, but I'd say about 1 tablespoon. And then you also want to add about a tablespoon of soy sauce. About a tablespoon of lime juice. I would usually use fresh lime, but this was all I had at home right now. And then I'm mixing that all up until it's smooth, and I also had to add some water along the way. Next, I'm cutting the tofu into cubes, and I like to cut it into really small cubes just so it cooks faster. And also I'm using extra firm tofu just so it can hold its shape better and soak up more of the sauce. Then I put it all onto a baking tray and added some sesame seeds on top, and then I put it in the oven for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees. In the meantime, I'm making my rice, and I'm adding about a tablespoon of oil just so it doesn't stick to the bottom when it cooks. And then I added a cup and a half of rice, and then some onion powder, some garlic powder, and some salt. I just forgot to record that. Then I added about 2.5 cups of water and covered it with a lid and let it cook for about 15 minutes on low heat. I then took the tofu out of the oven and put it in a pan with some oil again, just to get the outside really nice and crispy. Then I added some frozen veggies. And once the rice was done, I transferred that into the pan as well. Then you want to mix that all up and fry it for a little longer, and then you can add your soy sauce, and I guess I used about a tablespoon or 2. And this makes about 2 to 3 servings, so I had this for lunch the next day as well. That was my dinner, and I also always drink a cup of water with all my meals. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay safe.